Stand by. Oh, no.
When I say default audio, I mean default audio, OBS. They should be able to hear us now.
Okay. Oh, yep, they can hear us.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, if you heard what I said said a great intro, and Ned tried to hit the audience button for himself, and it didn't work, and it only worked for me. It was very funny. We had a whole bit about
Connor's saying some falsities here because he doesn't control the soundboard, and everybody knows. Whoa, guys, I'm not done talking yet. Let me finish what I'm saying before you cheer me. What I'm saying is he's a big old duty bag.
Can you ever truly control a soundboard? Like, can you ever really own a horse? No.
That's the horse's little tail.
Oh, okay.
You know, their little boingy tails.
Yeah, no.
Horses
are known for their for their tails. When you say like you got a horse tail, that means you've got a really tiny tail.
Yeah, if you go on Wikipedia, it says like diet, and then there's just like a whole section for boingy tail.
Yeah, it's like a subset of the, of the thing. Ned, how's your freaking week been?
My freaking week's been good. What did I do this weekend? Oh, no. Today was great.
I feel like we hung out this weekend. We hung out with a friend of the show, Billy Trim.
Yeah, we had a fantastic. We had a boys' day.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was great.
We had a great weekend.
Yeah, this was nice. We ate a lot. We consumed a lot of media and food.
Yeah, we watched. Ned, you have just finished the Watchmen graphic novel.
Yes, yeah, it's true. I hadn't read it before, and I think friend of the show Nick.
Gave
it to me. And said, "Bet you can't finish this." And I said, "Watch me," and he said, "No, it's called Watchmen." And I did. I read it.
You said, "Watch me, N," which is Nick's name. Nickname.
Which is Nick's name if you only say the first letter. Which is my friend N's name, from Death Note, the guy in my class. Who's,
and my friend N, the games master. That show. Remember?
I don't.
Into Game Master. It was a Saturday morning cartoon where a guy would travel through video games and fight video game characters.
That sounds so up my alley.
Yeah.
That's not Reboot?
No, it's definitely not Reboot. It's way better.
Nothing will ever be Reboot. That show's so bad. Fight me in the fucking chat if you think Reboot's a good show.
Yeah. Sound off if you liked Reboot. Yeah. I don't. I tried
rewatching it. I think in like high school, it was one of those points where it's like, oh, I can get old shows from my youth, like on the internet. So we're like looking up shows we used to like, and we watched like a few minutes of Reboot, and it was like the virus covers the town. They have to play some games to get out of it. So a virus covers the town. Someone's like, oh no, another virus, and the guy goes, oh man, this mega bites, and then I hit escape as hard as I could. No, thank you.
Terrible Trim saying he played the PS1 Reboot game. I forgot they had a video game. Billy, in the chat, can you describe what that game was? I know that you will be able to describe it well because you know shit about video games. Now, back to Watchmen. After you finished the graphic novel, I insisted that when we watched the film, there are 3 versions. There's the theatrical cut, the director's cut, and then the ultimate cut, which has the Tales of the Black Friday animated sequences scattered between. We chose the ultimate cut, 3.5 hours. Ned, how did you like the movie?
I didn't. I did really like it. It was very cool, especially just to like, how lucky can I be as a person who's reading that comic to read it and then just like put it down? I was like, now to watch it. Like so many people waiting. What, did it come out in the 80s?
It came out in the 80s.
Years and years.
The movie was 2008.
This movie, and they're just like vibrating in their seats already. Like, oh my gosh, all my favorite characters, like Dr. Manhattan, on the silver screen.
Oh my God!
And then they watched that movie
himself.
Yeah, I could go to the red carpet and see some of my favorites, like
the comedian, Silk Spectre 2. Yeah, the movie is almost a shot-for-shot remake of the comic.
They did do a very good job of like really following the comic like a storyboard, and I noticed in a lot of good adaptations of movies that they'll spin the first like act, like following it almost dialogue for dialogue, shot for shot,
like The Office pilot.
Yeah, like that. Or Scott Pilgrim versus the World is a very I think that's like a phenomenal adaptation, and I the first chunk of it is just the first comic, and then it like spreads out and they cut corners and stuff to fit it all into an hour and a half. And Watchmen did a lot of that, although rather than cutting corners, just like decided to change things and like remove a lot of emotional stakes. That really bothered me.
So I want to ask you this, and I want to ask our guest this later, and I also want to ask the audience, because I know a lot of our audience members are artists.
Asking a lot of people.
I'm asking the world here, what makes a good adaptation? My college roommate at the time, he thought Watchmen was a bad adaptation, not just because of the changed plot details, but because of how the shots looked exactly like comic panels. And he's like, this is dumb. I could just read the comic again at this point, which is a fair criticism.
That is a very fair criticism. Yeah.
I felt like too faithful of an adaptation can be a bad thing. I want to see the artist.
Just look at that Psycho remake.
I want to see the artist take. I want to see, okay, what do you have to offer on this? And that brings me to the sequel to the Zack Snyder stunning take on the film, the Watchmen series, which I've already watched, but you've started last night.
Yeah, we watched the first 2 episodes last night, and I've just been thinking about it since.
Yeah.
I've literally just been, that's all I can think about.
Right out of the gate.
Holy fucking shit. What a way to do a sequel. Like, oh my God. Yeah, I don't want to talk details or anything.
Yeah,
we're not doing spoilers here. The show's still going on.
We're not doing spoilers, but James Medford thing, I like Cronenberg's adaptation of Naked Lunch. I have not seen it, but I've read it. I'm excited to see that. I haven't seen a lot of Cronenberg. He said, oh, Jason Dibley said, it's like a good cover song. Just nail it or get the fuck out. Now, on that, I think that TV Killed the Radio Star by, we just listened to it.
Video Killed the Radio Star by Presidents of the United States.
Presidents of the United States. I thought they nailed it. They got like very close to what the song originally sounded like, and they did a good job. Now, Johnny Cash's cover of Hurt is what everyone says is the best Well, I say everyone. I think is the best cover of any song ever.
What do you say, guys? This audience is going crazy. And that's one that completely changes the form of it. But both, I would consider incredibly good. Are we getting people just talking in the song?
No, that's the end of the song. Remember, the conductor is like, and that was the U.S. Army Blues Band.
That was Ned and Connor. No, I think those are both great covers. You know, like a good song is a good song.
Let's see. Billy's making fun of the Watchmen movie. My favorite adaptations are ones that don't play entire Bob Dylan songs in the opening. Funny joke, but I will say I like it a lot. I like that sequence. Jason Dibley's following up. No need to be faithful. Just make it good. Ha ha ha.
True that.
Yeah. Sometimes it comes down to like, is it good or not? You could have a faithful adaptation and it sucks. Like the delivery of nearly every line in the Watchmen movie is bad.
I commented to you that it felt like a kid delivering Shakespeare at some points where like they didn't necessarily know what was coming out of their mouth. They just knew they had to say it. Holy shit, Connor, the sign's not plugged in. We got to plug that in. We're not technically live.
Hang on.
It's there. Wait. Man, wait, watch, man. It's right there. That's where I'm pointing.
We're live. All right. Let's see. Cat Power. I guess Cat Power did a good cover. Oh, that covers album is amazing and weird as fuck. Yep. Yeah, everyone's going nuts for Cat Power. Now, we just talked about Watchmen, and the end of that involves some supernatural alien stuff, which brings me to the topic that I insist we talk about before we bring on our guest today. Ned, the former head of the Israeli space program, Hal Ashby, has said that he was in charge of the Israeli space program for 30 years and said that the United States government and the Israeli government have in fact been in contact with the Galactic Federation of Planets for years, and that it exists, and that the two countries agreed with the Galactic Federation that humanity is not ready to know these things, and they just never told anyone. Now, who but Donald Trump could show up to a meeting between Netanyahu, the Galactic Federation, and America and say, I'm going to tell the American people the truth? Because Haim did not say that the Israeli government convinced Trump to be quiet, but said the Galactic Federation convinced Trump humanity's not ready yet. And Trump said, you're right.
Just the existence of this news article is baffling. Like, why do I know this? Why does anybody know? Where does this come from?
I don't know, but I've seen Munich, and I know that if this were true, that guy would have had a bullet in his brain before he even said it. Mossad does not fuck around. This is asinine. I every now and then, somebody in the Air Force or some kind of space security program near the end of their career or like 10 years after they be retired, they just have an interview where they're like, yeah, I saw some shit, whatever.
Yeah, I think,
I
mean, on the last episode of the show, I'm definitely going to be like, no, aliens are real. And then we'll lock off forever. They'd be like, what? What secret knowledge did they have?
Let's see.
The Effin Rager compound.
Bree made a good point. If I was an alien at a meeting with Trump, I too would deem us not yet ready. Yeah. What do you, everything cool?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I'm just getting Twitch notifications for other shows that are on at the same time as us.
Which
don't exist, guys. This is the only thing that's on Twitch at 8 p.m. on Mondays.
Hang on a second. James Medford is saying there is no Israeli space program. To clarify, I don't know if you're joking or not, but to clarify, this guy claims to be the head of the Israeli Space Security Program. He's 87 years old. I mean, this is probably being used as a dog whistle to say, like, oh, this is why we got the Space Force going on. I don't really know. I think
didn't Tom DeLonge already prove that aliens exist?
I don't know if he proved it, but he said it. You can't prove it. Do you believe in aliens, Ned?
Do I believe in aliens? Yeah. I don't think they're anywhere near us. I think they're like very, very far away. But the idea that life could exist somewhere else out in the universe, yeah, fuck yeah. It's like infinite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. I believe that we are special and unique in being the only.
I believe our universe stops at a large shield, and God is just holding two hands out, stopping any spaceship that dare venture further.
Oh, here we go. We should put on a shirt. Aliens exist. All right, I like that.
I changed it at midline because I wanted to quote the Blink-182 song that is aliens exist rather than aliens are real.
All right, y'all. That's enough alien talk. I don't want to get, got by some horrible government program.
Yeah, and people in the audience might not like it, so you'd be alienating them.
I want my own soundboard.
Yeah, well, maybe when you're older, chap.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
I can't even use it right. I'm like hitting multiple buttons.
All right, y'all. I want to go ahead and bring on our guest today. They're very, very awesome. We've worked with them before, and while we get the guest ready, we're going to go ahead and show you something that they've done for us on our... Oh my God, was this last year?
This is our Christmas live stream of last year, almost a month to this day, or a year to this day. Wow. What a year.
All right, well, enjoy this really, really cool clip from Lo-Fi Puppets.
Nugget eating, partying, it's all part of a plan. And our friends here at Lo-Fi Puppets, they've actually prepared a little thing for us that we're going to kind of take you guys through that history.
Let's
yeah, so guys, since...
hey, can you get them to hold that a little higher?
Yeah,
the camera a little higher. Can you guys see that?
Perfect.
Can you see that at the front? There we go.
All right.
All right, well, guys, let's take it from the top. So since the dawn of time, man has been compelled by his competitive nature. Racing, feats of strength, and tests of endurance all have been used to establish superiority over others. From the moment Homo sapiens realized he could score hot caveman babes by eating the most dinosaurs, the contest began. The ancient Greeks call it nuggetomachon. There we go, the Nugget Challenge. Warriors would travel from all over Athens so they could curry the favor of the gods. And then the tradition was carried on and permeated throughout the world. Samurai of feudal Japan would hold a taberu konsteudo. It's the meaning of proving your strength to that local shogun. And then you got, the British royals, they're forcing, their colonial subjects for these, majesty nug chugs as a means to display their fealty to the crown. It was weird, but until finally the founding fathers of this great nation chose to break free of the rusty chains of tyranny and to cry out, "No more! Henceforth should a man choose to consume a multitude of nuggets. It shall be born out of their hunger for those nuggets, for personal liberty itself, and not for the pitiful and baseless thrills of the state, that wretched dying vulture picking at our freedoms." And so it came to George Washington, Benny Franks, and T. Jeff, all those boys. They wrote in cursive. They cemented that nugget eating challenge in the annals of history as a way to prove man's worth to himself, and none other Now let's see who can eat the most, guys. Hey, chow down, you filthy fucking animals. Let's pick up your sauce. Let's get this thing going, and let's eat
my
for us.
God.
Guys, we're underway.
All right. That was the Nuggetomicon, the precursor to our nugget eating contest from our live stream last year that had Shannon Reed and Billy Trim, both friends of the show. And as you can see, the cranky box that was being operated was done by one of our friends of the show that's been on before, and also just like a cool guy that we know. He is one of the founders of Lo-Fi Puppets. He is, you can hear him on Saint Seiya, the original, as well as the new 3D animated one on High Dive or Netflix. You can even hear him in Food Wars. Please, ladies and gentlemen, give a warm welcome to Greg Cody.
You know, Greg does music too.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing of hearing him.
Hey, Greg, how are you doing? I had to get you with the anime credits.
Let's see. Those 2 anime credits specifically, in Saint Seiya, what's on Netflix right now, I think I have 2 lines.
Oh, so we have the same amount of lines.
Yes. And in Food Wars, I have like 2-3 lines, but one of them is just me screaming about how good like a pork loin is, and then I think my character gets turned into a pork loin. It's a crazy.
Goals.
That's just wild.
I will never ever list one of your like big credits. I'm sorry, I can't.
No, I
do
appreciate
it.
that. It's good. It's good.
Can I list one? Because you do have like the greatest big credit ever. Freaking high Q.
Oh, well, yeah, okay. I
I
wasn't
think,
sure
I
if
think
it was a joke.
people
or not.
should
I
know.
was
No,
correct.
I'm serious. You being Tanaka and Haikyuu is like a big effing deal. Like,
Yeah,
I
that
think people
changed
need
my
to
whole.
watch
That
show.
changed the whole game. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was very exciting. I love being Tanaka. It's my favorite thing.
I have not seen Haikyuu. Who is Tanaka?
Tanaka, or you can explain the character.
He yells a lot. He's perma stoked. Like there's a lot of things about him that I can identify with that I really appreciate. He also just like really loves all his cute boyfriends, and I'm big into that as well. So yeah, he's a good guy. I like him.
Guys, Haikyuu is the only sports anime I will endorse, and that I was about to say endure.
Hey.
Same. Watch Haikyuu. It's about volleyball, but it's also about it's about being in a team with your friends, man.
Hell yeah.
Building
Yeah.
each other up.
Friend
God
of the-
damn, I love that show.
Friend of the show, Rahul Rao, has often talked about crying watching that
He
show.
was watching the season 3,
Yeah.
crying on our porch
Ooh.
one day, and I just walked out and
Season
I was
3
like,
was
"Oh fuck,
heavy.
yeah."
So how are you doing, man? You were just saying you got a hot cocoa.
I did. I went and got some hot Shockies. I'm a big fan. I went to the gas station that's across from. This is the art studio that I happen to share with Nedward here.
Wait, can you show the sign real quick?
Oh yeah. Hold on.
Yeah, you can just see all my shit in the back.
Yeah, this is the Cutie Crypt.
Cutie
That's where
Crypt.
we. Yeah.
Is that where cuties go to die, or is a cute crypt?
It's both, I think.
Yeah. It's about the Cutie Crypt in here.
Yeah. But yeah, and then this is my side. It's got stuff. And,
Cool.
yeah, chilling.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm here because we're gonna try a little experiment, right?
Yes, we are.
I'm gonna make a puppet starting very soon, and hopefully be done with it by the end of the stream. That's
All
the
right.
goal.
Now, you first a quick question: do you have any marshmallows in that hot chalky? Any marshies
They
in
did.
that chalky?
They had no marshmallows, and I did in fact look.
Yeah,
'Cause
you
that's
don't-
the sort of person that I am.
I don't think you want to eat a gas station marshmallow. I'm just going.
Not if it's not prepackaged, and I wasn't ready to buy a whole big thing of Jet Puffed. So
I was about
didn't
to
want
say-
just like a.
I don't have emergency marshmallows, but I should let you know, Greg. If you open my locker, we have 3 lockers in there. If you open my locker, there's 500 forks because I couldn't just find one. Like
So
within
fun
5
fact,
miles of
I actually
art studio.
also bought those 500 forks because I ordered food here, and thankfully a lot of the places are not bringing individually wrapped stuff with them right now. And I had no forks, and then I went and bought them, and then I was putting something in your locker, and I saw the forks, and I was like, mother. Yeah. We're on
Okay.
Twitch. Am I allowed to say words? Like bad words?
You can say anything except "fuck Jeff Bezos," and I'm only allowed to say that once as an example.
Right. Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Good to know.
So, Greg, what is this experiment? Can you tell our audience what we're going to be doing today?
So it's the Holly Jolly season. I happen to be a big fan of just festive atmospheres in general, and we're gonna make a Santa. We're gonna make a talking Santa face, which I'm really excited about. But first, we have to sort of get the ideas together. I got the old sketchbook, and we're gonna kind of do I guess like a composite sketch based on like what the Effin Rager Santa needs to bring to the table besides the usual stuff. So I mean, let's start brainstorming. What's the Effin Rager Santa look like?
Okay, this is good because Santa could definitely use a redesign. And
Sure.
Like we could.
And I feel like we got to get that, that wild humor you guys are known for. Got to bring that out in there.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're looking for a wacky, zany Santa Claus.
I'm
It could be a wacky, zany, just so random.
If they can hold a sign, it's a sign that has a screw, like a wood screw, and then a plus sign, and then a baseball. And they're just like holding that sign at all times.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Or at least as elves are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, first and foremost, our Santa Claus. Look, the North Pole and the Effin Rager universe is employee owned. All right?
Yeah,
It is a full cooperative movement, which means
he's a unionized Santa.
Which means
he's not the boss man.
Which means presents are going to get delivered 8 to 10 weeks after Christmas, unfortunately.
Sure.
But everyone will be paid fairly. It's going to happen. Let's see.
Okay.
So Santa,
are we married to a human Santa? I read. I've been reading a Life magazine about Santa Claus.
I'm sorry. Could you say that sentence again for me? Because I don't think I've ever heard anyone say
here
those words in that
Connor,
order.
you're closer to the edge. Can you grab it?
I'm going to buy your $15 magazine.
Yeah, we were at the grocery store the other day, and there's a Life magazine on Santa Claus, and I was like,
I love those. We
need this for the show.
As much these days. Yeah, I love those.
Yeah.
Was there one about like Princess Di next to it? That's usually the other one.
I'm sure it was behind the back issues.
Yeah.
Yeah. The People's Princess? No, this is the People's Santa. So we really need this to happen.
There's a lot of really good full color photos in the front of like people in Santa Claus costumes. There's one I'm gonna probably put in our studio of these Santa Claus on a subway. I just really like that photo.
Oh, that's very good.
But someone proposes at the beginning changing Santa Claus into an animal rather than a humanoid.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like, why not update him like the Easter Bunny or something like that? So I think our Santa Claus has got to be animalistic in some way.
Okay.
Are you thinking like a cool dog or like what's a cool animal to you?
I think no matter what we pitch, the reindeer, they're going to be like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
When is
or
our
at the very
time?
least, they're going to be supremely unsettled by whatever comes out. Because I picture it like a moment where the reindeer are like, I see it very cinematically. They're in their little paddock, and then like there's a bright flash of blinding light from his home, and he like comes out beyond the smoke, and all of a sudden it's just homunculus Santa,
Just
like,
coughing.
and they're like, whatever. Reindeer
So you're
sounds
saying
like
in this
that.
situation, the real Santa turns into the new Santa.
It's like The
Cronenberg's
Fly,
out.
but
okay.
the Santa,
Okay.
which is already a movie, I guess.
The current Santa, here's what happened. The current Santa is walking around the North Pole. He's thinking, what am I going to do? I'm looking for inspiration this year. He accidentally stumbles. He looks down at his feet. Is this a new outfit? What is this? He puts it on. Oh, his body starts changing. It's the Santa Claus. We're doing the Santa Claus 4, whole nother animal. And he is a beaver.
Yeah,
Beaver, great.
yeah. Actually,
Okay.
beavers rule.
Yep.
Yeah, Beaver's really good.
Yeah.
Bucky's, that's for you. All you got to do is put a fucking Santa hat on the beaver and you're set.
Hey, don't mention Bucky's on our show. We can get
yeah.
sued so fast.
All right.
You can get sued for drawing a yellow circle near Bucky's.
So yeah. So the Effin Rager has the Christmas beaver.
Yeah, totally.
Should we say the holiday beaver? We're trying to be inclusive, and then we're automatically limiting ourselves to Christmas.
Let's just call it the
Yeah.
winter beaver.
The winter beaver.
Yeah.
The Winter Beaver. Love that. Yeah, okay.
No one laugh.
I'm not laughing. I don't even know what's funny about it.
I'm gonna try and do. I will say something I do want to bring to this, bring to the table is I want to do like some gritty style, constantly moving eyeballs.
Okay.
You know, Gritty, the Phillies mascot,
Oh,
and
yeah.
hero of the people.
Oh yeah.
I want to do some like perpetually moving Gritty pupils. So
That's good, because where this beaver lives, there's a lot of trees. So I figure he's like eyes on the prize everywhere. Like,
Yeah,
his eyes
he's
are
always
constantly
ready to
moving.
get it.
Yeah. And he also does a shit ton of coke.
But he calls it snow because it's festive.
Yeah.
Like, hey boys, can I get a little bit of Christmas snow?
He just hangs out
now,
grand prize.
is the hat-
Chewing on sugarcane.
What do we want to do with the hat or the he's a beaver? Does he have a humanoid beard on top of the beaver?
Yes.
Yes, that's cute.
Yes. Okay,
yeah,
great.
yeah. It's imperative that all versions of Santa Claus, no matter how you redesign, do include a big beard.
They
Sure.
They have beard and hat.
Yeah, I
Beard
guess.
and hat.
Yeah, are we still
Okay.
doing a Santa Claus hat, or do we want to try to like redesign that? It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Could you-
I
could
like the
you-
Santa
Maybe
hat.
it could be a Santa hat, but at the end, instead of a poof ball, it's just like a small round cut of wood.
That's good.
Is it too much to ask? Could you just do like the Jughead hat and then make it a Santa hat? From Archie.
Like the crown, like the
Yeah.
Jughead crown.
The
yeah, the
Jughead
Jughead
crown.
crown, but then Santa.
Yeah, yes. I
Where-
don't know how, but I will. Yes.
If there's two things
Oh,
we
man.
love on this show, it's Jughead and
How do
Winter
we-
Beaver.
how-
I imagine.
I'm just curious. Are we talking Riverdale Jughead or like
No,
next to
we're
the
talking
Life
OG
magazine
We're talking
Jughead.
Archie comics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, I'll pull
I'm
up
just
a
checking because
Jughead.
I for one am a fan of sexy Jughead. I like him.
I do.
I like sexy Jughead too, but I hate his hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have just like a weird. Yeah.
Okay, I'm searching Jughead hat and I'm only finding new Jughead.
I
It's really
imagine-
pissing me off.
I imagine Beaver Santa also is just like really stoked that there's so many plastics in toys. Because when there was all wooden toys, he was like, I'm not allowed to do this because I keep eating everyone's toys.
More wood for him. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know how necessarily. I think that's just some fiction building for the audience. I don't know how I can put that necessarily into a visual medium, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah. What else? He's got a screwball sign. Yeah. Does he carry his presents in a big old sack, or should we change that up?
Oh man.
Well, we're just making the head today, boys.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
I can work on the. I mean, if you have I know you guys have a strong legion of fans. So if fan art begins to be constructed, then that can
Man,
come into play.
I wish. I've been asking, demanding Effin Rager Yowie fan art since we launched.
Oh no!
And I've never gotten it, so I don't think we'll ever get any fan art for Christmas Santa. But I challenge you, watchers at home, you should make
Okay,
it happen.
speaking of,
Yeah, if you
just
wanna do
real
fan
quick,
art.
Again, my phone's down.
Oh no.
What?
Oh no. We lost Greg. Okay, he's coming back.
Hey, bud, you there?
Are you
I'm so
alive?
sorry.
No,
I'm so
you're
sorry.
great. We got a Skype logo right now.
So sorry. Oh God, dude.
Do you not have a phone?
There we
track?
go.
There we go.
Okay.
I thought this was because we said Jeff
Sorry
Bezos
about
sucks.
I was gonna say though, speaking of like fan art and the anime thing, one of the first times that I got a message from someone, because when I started, they were like, "You got to start a Twitter, man. You got to talk to the fans." And like the first fan message I ever got was like, "Drew this of Tanaka. Really love your work. Have a great day." And I was like, "Oh, cool." And I open, and it's just Tanaka being like, "Nah," just really holding his hog, and it was a lot to take in.
Yeah, that fucking rules. That's truly ideal.
Just imagining someone's like, I got my big break. I'm finally a voice actor. I've been wanting to do this for so long. And all these,
It was just immediately troubling.
oh my God.
It was so quickly a problem.
I don't even have a joke. That's too funny. That's the funniest thing I've heard on the show so
it was
far.
rough, man. It was a weird, and I just had to be like, I didn't know what to do. And so I was like, thank you. Like, I said, like, thanks for the art. Like, I didn't know.
You should have sent a picture of yourself doing the same pose. It just said, "Actually, I look like this."
Very generous. Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay. Let's see here. comments are going off. People saying we need a Tumblr. Sometimes I think I miss fandom culture. And then, Greg, what is the most, besides your own fans, what is the most toxic fandom that you can think of?
Toxic fan.
I'm a Star Wars fan, and I will be the
Sure.
first to admit they're awful. They're truly awful people.
Yeah, I live with
Yeah,
one.
I think I was like a big like DIY guy for a while, like in the scene, like in shows and stuff, and just like the hyper ethics based, like, oh, someone put that record out for you, like those dudes, those were really hard for me. Like, oh, someone hand numbered them but you didn't do it in your home, like it's like, yeah, like that was always really weird to me. But like, I think pop culture wise, the hardest one for me is I think a really great example is like a show I don't want to talk about in person because I don't want it to attract the wrong people, and it's a hacky bit, but it's Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Like, I never want to talk to a Rick and Morty fan, but I fucking love that show.
Yeah.
It's so good and so funny, but I don't want to talk to anyone who likes it.
I think I'll talk to anybody about Rick and Morty, but if I see that you got a tattoo or a decal of Pickle Rick, we're not gonna hang out.
Absolutely not.
I'm not seeing someone with a Rick and Morty shirt and being like, up top, brother. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, Szechuan sauce.
but if I see someone wearing like a Adam and his package T-shirt, I'll be like grabbing the shirt like, oh, let's talk, dude. Like,
do those DIY people that you were talking about earlier, are if you were to like make them a meal, are they like, can you throw this away so I can dumpster dive for it? Then I'll eat it.
did you say DIY people or specifically folk punk?
That's, I mean, honestly, like some of the best shows that I did, because I did and still do on occasion, you know, I played acoustic guitar and like did pop punky stuff, and so I would always get booked on folk punk shows, and the folk punk dudes wouldn't know what to do with me because I wore this, and like I would show up and play and yell at them about my feelings, but they didn't quite understand how to handle it. But everyone was always so nice, and it was really, really great. But then I would do the folk punk shows, and people were like, you gotta watch it, you're doing a folk punk show. I was like, everyone's so nice. And
They're
then
always the
they
nicest
weren't.
people.
I
Yeah.
have a question.
They're usually pretty nice.
I have a question for both Greg and Ned, since y'all are musicians. I have heard that Houston's music scene has a real problem with consistency and booking a show. So like, Space Cadets has talked about this, where they are a pop band, and it's really hard for them to be put on pop shows because there aren't a lot of pop bands here in Houston. What is the most mismatched show that you have been on, where you're like, oh, we should not have been booked on this?
It was actually I got asked to by the ever delightful John Baldwin, who I love forever. He called me one day and he was like, Greg, I need a favor. And I was like, all right, because he used to book at Walters, R.I.P. And he was like, Greg, I really need a favor. And I was like, okay. And he's like, there's an Americana show coming through, and we need a third person. The band is kind of like, it was that weird like 70s rock revival, but not like the good part of 70s rock, like you know, like Vody and Dolly Barnes are doing, like where they're doing like that Fleetwood Mac shit, like that good 70s shit.
Yeah.
It was like the like, come on, like it was that kind of like 70s rock.
I want to note that is 100% the Effin Rager aesthetic.
Yeah,
So
that is-
if
that
you can
is-
apply "come on" to the Beaver Santa.
Yeah, keep in mind, at our very first live show, we came out to "The Boys Are Back in Town."
Oh yeah, and then we
Yeah, but see, that song rules. I'm talking about like but not even that. Like that weird sort of like post hippie, but like really tight bell bottoms still, and like the belt that doesn't do anything but is just made out of medallions. You know what I'm talking about?
You're just talking
Like
about
those
James Gang,
dudes.
the band James Gang.
What? Yeah, like that was the vibe. And I can't remember what the name of the band was, but I went on, and then I got there, and John, like, he clearly like had to soften the blow in stages. So I got there, and there were like 10 people there, not including the members of the band. One of the band had like 7 people in it. And he was like, hey, so I need you to play last. And I was like, all right. And that was very weird. And so what I did, just sort of like to make his day better and to spite all the people that were there, I played my set as fast and as screamy as I could. And so I was just like a weird, yelly emo kid at this show.
Now, Ned's reaction to you saying that you had to play last, is playing last a nightmare as a musician? Because having to open for a comedy show is a awful thing.
There's a phrase in the scene called deadlining, and it's when you headline but you play last because the bands that are touring are like, no one's going to stay to this show till 10 because they know that, one, they didn't promote the show, and two, that like they want to get back on the road. And so they hire a local act and then they'll pressure the venue into being like, but we're going to play now.
Holy shit. James Medford has pulled up. He has pulled up this show. Bands at Walters on January 6, 2017. FaceTime, Greg Cody and the Real Life Friends. Newport American Dream, Michael Sinclair.
No.
Different show.
No, that show was
I
dope.
was at that show.
That was a really weird show. Yeah, that show was also really weird, though, because FaceTime's like a full-on... I only use this term because I don't know the correct one. They're like that like frat core, and I don't mean that negatively. Like, I like them, but they're like hip-hop looking dudes who play hardcore. That whole vibe. Like, they definitely play Pong at their shows, you know? Like... Yeah. And those dudes are cool. Like, that was a great show. No, I can't remember what it was. It was like California's something, Sunrise something. Like, that was the name of it.
California Pizza Sunrise Kitchen?
It would have just been Greg Cody. It was before I was the Real Life Friends.
So
it would have just been that.
Do you remember when Total Nightmare and Greg Cody and the Real Life Friends played together?
Yeah, for 4 people. That was fun.
You didn't know we were an aggressive surf band.
I didn't, but I knew that you were my pals, and I booked you to play with a ska band that was... But, yeah, it was...
No, that actually ruled.
That was when I tried my hand at booking shows.
That was
a
really
fun night.
Show.
That was like... I think I could look back on that as the day that, like, our friendship actually, like, kicked off, besides being like, oh, what's up? Like, It was,
Man, who was the headliner of that show? Because he had a giant piece of wood, not just like a little stomp wood box for him to like hit with his feet, but like
that's my boy Greg Rikas.
Yes. He was so good.
We did a Texas tour together called The Tale of Two Gregs, and we went around. And yeah, he's from Winnipeg, and he plays pop punk with a full band when he's in Canada. But when he goes on tour, he builds his own wooden stage that's like 4x4. And it's elevated, and he puts a mic under it, and he just stomps the shit out of it all show. It's a really fascinating show.
Yeah, me touching his nose the whole fucking time, just stomp it. Like, it was great songs, too. Like, that was a really fun night.
No, he's really good. I like that guy a lot. We've been pals for a while. Good dude. Shouts out to Greg Rikas. Good dude.
All right. Now, I want to get to this before we have to end the show, but Greg, looking good.
Wow.
Greg, we have a little game that we were hoping to play with you. And before we start, I need to grab another beer. Ned, do you need one?
Yeah, I'll take another beer.
All right, be right back. Do you want to set this game up?
Yeah, I'll start setting the game up.
On time. How we doing? What time is it?
We're at 8:40 right now.
Ooh, okay. Gotta move.
No, you're doing. I think you're doing pretty great, actually. Am I still sharing my screen with you? I forgot. Here, let me do that with you again. Because we got disconnected. Okay, so to fit in with the theme of the show, Santa Claus, to fit in with the it 'tis the season, we're gonna play a little game called Naughty or Nice.
Ooh.
Let me get rid of our names here. So, Greg, we've been following you around for the past 8 months, and we've just been filming things that you've been doing in your free time, and we decided to give you the chance to rate whether some of the things you've done have been naughty or nice. So we're giving you a chance to kind of make a case to Santa Claus here.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, we got something in the comments here that's pretty good. Greg sang at my dead-ass anime theme show, and he hit this power note without a mic while this random anime had this powerful scene behind him on a giant screen at Rec Room. And it was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
We also have another
Is that
question.
Brenda?
Yeah. We also
Hi, Brenda. That was fun.
We have a real question here. What is the go-to tour meal?
Ooh.
I mean, I always really enjoy... I have a real soft spot for the like ready-made sandwiches from grocery stores.
Yeah.
Those like subs.
Yeah.
because I like that you can keep driving and just house them. I appreciate that. They seem to be wrapped specifically for that purpose.
We did that on the Micro Satan tour. We did that and Taco Cabana.
Oh, so much Taco Cabana.
Yeah, we had a lot of
The
Taco
hard thing
Cabana
about
on
Taco
tour.
Cabana, because usually I would do my tours solo, and so I would literally be driving by myself. And so the hard thing about Taco Cabana is, like, if I get the quesadilla, which is my standard order, there's going to be pico all over the van for the rest of the trip. You know, that's a...
Wait, before we start this game, we did just get some fan art from the phone line.
Anytime I do a gig, an Austin gig, which I've done plenty, you know I'm eating at fucking P. Terry's. Here we go. He saw the deepest and dirtiest parts of my soul and mind, but didn't care. In fact, he wanted to stay in the darkness with me. And that is, of course, the Joker and Harleen Quinzel, a.k.a. Harley Quinn.
Yes.
Is
Who
there...
is no longer his girlfriend. We saw
it in Birds of Prey.
The Joker canonically has a new girlfriend within the comics. Her name's like Jester or something. She is also Clown Prince themed.
Is there any
sorry.
way you can make our Santa the Joker now? Just like paint job ways. Okay, cool. Yeah, because I didn't really think about that, but all of our holiday spirits are the Joker.
I wonder if you ever go through our show and our archives. This is for the audience or anyone. If you can go through our show archives and find moments where our guest is not digging our shit and Ned and I are just like laughing too hard. I want to see a guest actively become the Joker on our show. And it's like, I am going to be the Joker now.
See, I want it to be the other way, where you guys, and I have not seen the newest Joker, but I've seen the trailer, and I want it to be that moment where Joaquin Phoenix is uncomfortably laughing at Robert De Niro, except it's you guys, and your guest is Robert De Niro. That's what I want.
We can make this happen. We have the deep fake technology.
You're laughing. No one gets your joke, and you're laughing.
Yeah, that's what I want.
No one
That's
understands your AC/DC song, and you're laughing.
Okay, Greg, if you ever want to see the Joker, Ned and I have talked about rewatching it because we were aggressively drunk when we went to go see it.
God, I was shit
had a
hammered when
bad
Connor asked if I
time.
wanted to see it. Yeah. But my sister said it was great over
I
Thanksgiving.
want to watch it. I have an interest in it. It's just always, it's one of those movies where it'll like pop up like, oh, time to watch a movie, and then I'll see it on like HBO Max or something, and I'm like, not today. Like it's always not today. It's not the time.
Yeah, no one's clocking out and being like, time to Joker.
I think there are a lot of people doing that.
Yeah, no, there's definitely some people, and those people have twisted tattoos.
Okay, well, once again, speaking of twisted, let's get into this game where we've been following you for the past 8 months.
Sure.
Okay, so the date was February, looks like 16th, 2020. We have a photo right here. It looks like you spent some time over at the beach to get some fresh air.
Oh, no, Greg.
So, Greg, do you think you were being naughty or nice here?
So I'd actually like to explain what was happening in that photo.
Please, this is your
because I feel
chance.
as though it's been taken out of context a little bit. If a photo was taken on either side of that photo, on either side of that moment, there was a family there beforehand, and they had built a sandcastle over where they had like playfully buried one of their children. Turns out the parents had a little too many twisted teas, forgot about him. So I was at the beach, I noticed him, and I was actually, you see my mouth open there.
I do.
That's me calling for the lifeguard to come resuscitate the child. So he actually is okay, and I am now sort of preemptively the godson of his first child.
That's pretty nice.
We've already talked about it.
So
you're a Witcher. Haha, that's a deep cut for Witcher fans.
So you're answering
Witcher
nice?
I'm going to say nice on that one, yeah.
Okay, let's take it to the judges. Judges, what do we think?
I think nice. I think that's nice.
It's good!
It's good. All right. What's next, Ned?
All right, so we got the second photo here. Let's see what we're doing here. Okay. Looks like helping an old woman cross the street. Is that what's going
Hey,
on
can
here?
you guys tell me what date that was? Because I would love to know the timeline of me growing out those locks.
Yes, this is right before the quarantine started happening. I think this is the beginning of March. It's looking like March.
This is March. This is March 10th.
Yeah.
And you had just texted me, the NBA will never shut down. And
And I think you had just grown out your hair because you're gonna dreadlock it for a 3/11 day, which was the next day.
you said, tell you what, I'll shave my head if Tom Hanks catches COVID. And boy, howdy, did you have egg on your face the next day?
I really did. Yeah. Fun fact: I also had blood on my face because I was actually leading. This is a very old racist. That I was leading into traffic to just do my part for where we want to be as a society.
I like that, proactive.
I think in the in the criminal justice system's mind, that's a naughty. But I'm gonna go with a sort of soft nice on that one.
Soft nice.
I will declare that this is too gray to fit on the naughty nice binary, but I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give you the nice.
Yeah, you get the soft nice because
all right.
Santa is not the law, so you don't have to worry about the law in this situation. It's Santa's judgment.
True. Santa's not the law. Santa can't do shit.
All right, that's 2 for 2 so far. What else?
But Joker, Beaver, Santa can, which I'm on the way to.
Joker Beaver. Okay, our third
He's
situation here. Let's see what we got here. Oh, okay.
Now, Greg, you love your students. You are a teacher. And I think it's phenomenal. I think it's phenomenal that you take so much interest in them that you also teach them outside of the classroom. And we have you here certifying them as business owners, small business owners, as part of the Herbalife multi-level marketing program. There you are on the left. You are saying to everyone, now you are double diamond, or you will be soon.
Right.
So there you are, getting people into Herbalife.
Sure, I'd like to say, that this is. I wish that I had a funny joke like I did for the very old racist and the sandcastle, but I really can't say enough about what Herbalife has done for me as a person, and the things that I've accomplished. So I'm going to go with a nice, because not only am I putting them in, for a business, but I'm also giving them freedom in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to go with nice on that one, because they're gonna live their best lives. They're gonna be their own boss. Is the thing.
Now, a month ago, I would have said naughty, but Greg actually ran me through the seminar, and within 2 weeks of selling Herbalife, I now look like this.
Yeah, and our garage is full of fucking Herbalife.
And man, I got to tell you, I'm very proud of the work you're doing in my downline.
Thank
it's
you
really
so much.
It's astounding.
I'm hoping to be quadruple diamond like you one day.
You'll get there, bud.
Yeah. I'm still working on my pink Cadillac for Mary Kay.
Keep drinking that gas station cocoa.
Yeah,
That's winter fuel.
This is
That's
what we drink at
call
the top.
Ned is in deep to several multi-level marketing schemes.
I'm trying to sell Cutco to my Mary Kay people.
He's also still somehow part of the Columbia Record House, which I thought folded, but he's in it, and I don't know how.
I'm running it at this point. I'm the Atlas, fucking mailing them out to myself and still dealing with it.
Now, I wanted to mention this. It came up, and I want to pose this to the audience as well. A serious moment here. I used to work for Cutco, and I was 17 years old. It got to the point where I had to sign a contract, or my parents had to sign a contract authorizing that I was able to work at Cutco, and everything felt really, really weird. And my mom pulled me aside and was like, you need to do this. You need to make money. And my stepdad pulled me aside and said, this is a pyramid scheme. Don't get roped in. So in this mass training program, I raised my hand and said, is this a pyramid scheme? And I was not asked back. Yeah. I've done that with several companies where I asked the question that they should not have been asking. Now we have our. Oh, if you're into the chat, have you ever worked for a multi-level marketing scheme? You can either sound off in the chat or message me privately. I'd love to talk to more people who've gotten roped into that bullshit. And go ahead and pose that question to your
multi-level
answer.
marketing scheme because we had Cutco knives in my home as a child.
Oh, dang! Then you made some 18-year-old sucker very happy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Busy of the Breeze.
I think my mom might be watching. Shout out to Mom. Those steak knives were dope.
Busy of the
They
Breeze
are good
saying,
knives.
my grandpa got into a pyramid scheme, and I tried to warn my mom, aunt, and then they all said, no, he's too smart for that. And then they went to his presentation and slowly realized I was right. Well, it sounds like he didn't believe in what he was selling. Anyway, what's the final thing that we have here?
All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, okay. Looks like we've got you doing some sort of Robin Hood-like deed. Looks like you're stealing money from the rich here.
And who are you giving that money to?
Me. It was a time before I knew really where we were going to be at the end of this this strange quarantine season, if you will. And so I just sort of decided to really get after it, you know? I just really wanted to make sure that me and mine were going to be okay. And so I stole that sack that I thought, because film and television had told me that there's money in there.
Yeah.
Actually, just grain.
I love this photo.
I'm really having trouble just like looking at it and not losing my shit. It's doing a lot for me.
Because I think that's from my headshot. Those eyes. I'm almost positive.
Wait, can you recognize? No, I don't have the page up anymore. I was gonna say like you might call it right. Which photo that is? Let's see.
Yeah, it's.
Why you look
I
that
feel like
up?
it's either a headshot or a picture of me with my wife.
Oh, it is you and your wife.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, looking at that, the thing that's funny is from here, like, because I'm on my phone, folks at home, behind the veil. It looks like I'm squinting from here, so it just looks like I'm a Fox version of me going. Which I personally really enjoy.
I might start using this as a stoned react, like maybe just taking the face.
Wait, I think that's what it looks like when you're stoned. I, in fact, have never been stoned and have never seen anyone stoned.
Yeah. No, this is just based on various Harold and Kumar sequels that I've seen.
Yep. Busy as a Breeze asking, what did you do with the grain dough?
I tried to bake sourdough bread, found out you needed a starter, said, fuck it.
You could not find sourdough starter for anything.
Gotta quit before you start.
Let's see. Weed Waffle was saying
And
my best.
certainly not from Busy as a Brie. That girl's never baked a bread in her life. And that's the end of Brie and I's friendship.
Weed Waffle was saying my best friend was in an MLM for Midwestern mom jewelry. She bought some stuff from her after she heard how expensive the sales kit cost. Ooh, anybody ever bought MLM stuff because you felt bad for your friend?
Ooh.
Well, Greg, we've shown you 4 scenarios where we thought you were up to no good, and you know better than anybody. Sometimes pictures on the internet can be deceiving, and it turns out that you are a certifiably nice guy. We did it.
Hot damn.
But the winter
wanted
beaver
to
actually
be.
looks for people who have been exceedingly naughty. So unfortunately, you will not be receiving presents.
Oh, no.
Fuck.
Now, we are at 8:56.
I'm almost done with
then
with
We
Joker
can
Beaver.
stretch. This show is amazing at stretching.
Yeah, we started late. We're still going. Stuff happened.
We were talking about aliens.
What's going on in the chat? It was 6 just 5 minutes ago. Yeah, man. Where does the time go?
Yeah, what do you want from me, man?
Let's see here. Hashtag secure the bag.
What do you want for dinner? Let's just talk about that now before the show's
Okay,
over.
I'm-
Do you feel like cooking or do you not want to cook?
Man,
We can
it's
get people
like-
to help us out. This is like way easier than us trying to decide for ourselves.
If we don't cook tonight, the pork is going to go bad, so I have to cook it tomorrow.
Yeah, you gotta cook it.
I got to cook it tomorrow if we don't cook it tonight. Only because, like, I never want to cook on Mondays after the show. I just want to hang out.
Yeah, and watch various Harold Kumar and Kumar,
yeah,
not Harold
yeah.
Kumar like a one name. Harold and Kumar sequels.
I just want to watch Harold and Maude and Kumar go to White Castle. That's all I want.
Harold and Maude go to White Castle.
I can't even tell you how many feelings I had watching that film.
Harold and Maude?
And Kumar, go to White Castle. Yeah, that was a powerful piece of cinema.
And like,
Has someone made that joke already? I'm like, I'm not getting over this. I love it.
Right?
And it's so timely.
I just imagine there's just so many scenes of like, can we stop to go to the bathroom? Maude, we just stopped. We can't keep stopping, Maude. I mean, she was old, right? That was her whole thing.
They're just like faking their deaths like on the way to White Castle. Like, I think they're like...
Wait, no, they weren't... She wasn't trying to fake her death, was it?
The kid fakes his death a few times in the movie. I've only seen it once, actually.
He's obsessed with death.
Yeah.
And she, I think, wants to kill herself.
Yes.
And instead, they just like... They don't... Do they fall in love? Or do they just see that, like, love means so much? And you can find love... Because they don't have sex. They don't, like, hook up. It's just like, oh, I have found a kindred spirit.
Somebody in the comments just said, they bang.
Weed Waffle saying Maude would outsmoke them all. Everyone's saying they do have sex. Okay.
No, Weed Waffle saying bullshit. Maude would. Maude would smoke them all. Yeah, you're
and
right. You're
Ellen
right.
Barker saying they do have sex. My bad. I didn't realize Harold and Maude hooked up. Yeah, see,
you know what? It's time to rewatch.
Everyone's saying Harold and Maude go to White Castle. I wish I thought of that. What'd you say?
Hooked up in that context is so wild to me. Like,
yeah, they boinked.
They wake up and there's just like plastic cans full of the remnants of Red Bull and vodkas, and they're like, "What fucking happened?" Like, it's just.
Oh my god! I porked Maude. What am I gonna do? Wow. Everyone's coming at me for saying they don't have sex. My bad.
It's time to rewatch it, I think. Wait, what are other Hal Ashby movies? I don't think I've seen another Hal Ashby movie.
Oh, God.
Is there a lot of fucking in them? Oh, no, the lights turned out.
Man.
There's
Greg,
a light timer, guys.
So there's a light timer in there. You turn a knob. How frequently does that knob go out and you like keep working for like 20 minutes before you turn the lights back on?
It depends on where I'm working. If I'm at the small desk, I have a little desk lamp, and it'll be one of those moments where I'll look up and be like, "Ah!" Like it'll be.
I've worked in
really
like,
troubling
pitch darkness, just like cutting something. I'm like, fuck this. I'm not getting up.
Then you turn the lights on, you hear like lacerations.
Almost a very dangerous moment for me. Like I've been mid slice and been like,
yeah.
Sleep, and I've just been like, oh no.
Oh, we say Maude slowly takes down her braid and sparks one. Whoa! So Maude doesn't just fuck; she smokes. She burns. She would hang out with Harold and Kumar, no problem.
She burns. She bangs.
Yo,
She
Maude
fucking burns.
She burgers.
Yo, does Maude burn? Maude burns, bro. Harold and Maude and Connor and Ned Doujin Manga 2020. I'd read that. There's fucking in shampoo, but not being
close.
there.
Okay.
Oh, that's Hal Ashby stuff. She's also a Satanist. Canonically,
Can we? I want to figure out who else burns. Can we talk about more characters from movies that burn?
Harold and Kumar burn.
Yeah,
And
for
so
sure.
did their friends,
Well, sure.
Rosencrantz and Guildenstern.
Yeah, I'm gonna open the Criterion collection.
Who burns? Criterion.
And I just want to see the first couple movies. Let's see if they burn or not.
I know.
Hey guys, you ready for maybe the worst thing I've ever created?
Oh, thank God. Yes.
Can't be worse than this episode.
Hey!
Yes!
It's the Joker Christmas Beaver.
Oh my God, you got the lips so good.
Why so serious?
Wait, say what does Santa say? Instead of why so serious, why so naughty or nice? Why so
naughty?
Why
Why
Nixon?
so naughty? Yeah, this is, I think, the worst thing I've made.
Greg, I love this so much.
Yeah, this lives in our place.
You want to know how I
now.
got these logs?
I couldn't see the Jughead thing until just now.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Wait, yeah, can you stand back a little bit and maybe just put it over your head and talk for a second for me?
Oh my God. Hey, hang on. I'll set you up. Hey, Santa Beaver, I got a question. This Christmas,
What's
I'm
up?
excited to give out gifts and all, but what are we going to do about the bat?
It's been a long time since I've seen the movie.
I'm not setting you up for anything. That's not a line. Just like, hey, this Christmas, what are we gonna do about Batman?
We're gonna give him some logs.
Yeah.
And guys, I'm not good at improv.
I don't know.
But
Batman kryptonite or something.
I like that it sort of also. I tried to do like the red mouth, but I feel like it got really mustachy.
The splatter though is like it's the perfect amount of twisted.
Oh my God.
That was it didn't dry in time for me to write like ha 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 all over his face, but that was the original plan.
Can I request that you just write damaged across his forehead like the Suicide Squad?
Hold on.
Oh, we got we were saying all the Lost Boys and Hook microdose. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
100%.
Holy shit.
100%.
Oh my
man.
God. I opened Criterion. I just searched Criterion Collection on Google Images.
On weed. Oh,
and one of them was just a fake one made for the Joker.
Oh my God.
Does the Joker... Hey, that's a question. Does the Joker burn or nah?
Which Joker?
Ooh, yeah, good question.
Let's go through the Jokers and let's play a little game called Burn or Nah.
I imagine the Joker does not burn.
I think Jack Nicholson Joker burns.
I
That Joker was a little
all
wacky.
day.
I don't know about that. I mean, I think he'd smoke a cigarette before he smokes a joint, man. Like, I just have a hard time believing that the clown prince of crime himself would be getting high while committing crimes. And I'm not trying to be funny. Yeah, mushrooms, yeah, no burn. Meth man, he gets fucked up. He drinks. Canonically, he drinks. But I don't know.
But see, I feel like I mean, if we're talking Nicholson Joker specifically, I feel like that dude on occasion, like after a nice night of criming, like that dude definitely is like time to fucking chill. That's my Jack Nicholson, and he just like he fucking into couches it and just chills, just burns.
All right, we tried looking up, does the Joker burn? And it's just that scene where he burns all the money in Dark Knight. So he burns, but we're trying to see if he smokes weed. Just look up, does the Joker cheat to conj? Just say, does the Joker smoke weed? What do we got?
I'm seeing Impractical Jokers asking if Q smokes weed.
Okay, so it turns out that there are multiple schools of thought on the Joker smoking weed. Go back to the Beaver. He did a thing. He put the stuff on it.
Fuck, man. You can't do that. You're twisted.
Yeah, it's wild.
The chat is sounding off. They think that he's a cokehead. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think he's all about
Coke
upper.
is a Joker's drug.
Jokes are all about stemmies, man.
This bums me out. I didn't realize that the link I clicked that said it was a Reddit thread that says, "Does the Joker smoke weed?" It was just the Jokers, and it was in the r/Impractical Jokers.
Ooh.
And on that note, I think
There's
we're
a toxic fandom. That's a wild fandom.
Wait, hang on. What?
What's your beef with
Dude,
Impractical Heads?
No. I have no problem with the Impractical Jokers, but I have this. Okay, so I don't know if you guys are on TikTok, right? I don't make them, but I lurk, right? And TikTok's really, really interesting for its algorithm because you can like one thing and they're like, that's you. That's your whole steez now. You're into that forever, right? And there was one time that I saw, they were like, it's one of those accounts where they like had the Impractical Jokers and it was a thing where it was him like about to do a thing and someone recognized him. And basically it's like a blooper. Like he freaked out and he's like, yes, that's who I am. I'm doing it right now. Get the fuck out of my way. Like he like lost it on a fan for a second. Like it was this crazy thing. And I was like, that's wild. Like, cause I wanted to save it. And then I just had Impractical Jokers content for like 3 weeks.
Once you open the
And
joke
it's
hole.
weird. You can't close that Pandora's box.
No, sir. Hey, speaking of things we can't close, it's time to jump into our last segment.
Oh.
Huh? What does that have to do with can't close?
We can't close the show out
Oh,
without
yeah,
doing
yeah.
our last segment.
All right, let's do it.
And I did think of that once you questioned it, because I too, in my head, was like, why did I say that?
What's that mean?
Sometimes you got to walk it backwards, man. Whatever. All
yeah,
right,
that's kind of the When I was coming up with Naughty or Nice today, Greg, a little also pulling back the curtain, we were going to play a game called Body or Bice, which was, is this image a very body image, or is it an image of American Idol runner-up Bo Bice?
I was so hoping it was going to be fucking Bo Bice as soon as you said it.
But I decided not to because I read an article about him getting someone fired at Popeyes, and it really bummed me out. So then we started thinking of other versions. And Connor was like, well, what do you want the game to be? Are you just starting with the title? And I was like,
Which?
Hey, real quick. I'm not going to expand on this at all, but I just want to leave it out there as a little sousant, little spice.
Please.
I once had a conversation with Glenn Fry and Konstantin Maroulis on at a show that I did.
I don't know who the fuck these people are. Are these American Idol people? What is this?
One is an American Idol people. One is one of the guys from the goddamn Eagles.
Oh, cool. Does he play
It
guitar?
was really weird. It was a very strange moment for me. What's the last segment?
Play the song.
Let's rip this shit.
I want a new plug. Tell me what's going on. Tell us all the stuff you're doing.
After I think, what the fuck?
I was trying to give you a low voice. I forgot the music was going to do that too. I guess I just did a little impractical joking.
No.
Greg, what do you have to plug?
I mean, not a whole lot. It's, I'm going to probably be working through the damage I've done to myself by creating this for a little while.
You can put that on my side of the studio if you want.
I'm just going to put it on my side so that it's always looking at you. That's my goal. But no, I'm teaching school. And so because of that, especially, I'm not doing really anything because they're terrible little germ monsters who I love, but I'm a little bit terrified of. But yeah, I mean, Lo-Fi Puppets is always doing stuff. Please follow Lo-Fi Puppets. The last thing that I did do a few years ago, Classical Theater Company did a really great production of Christmas Carol, in which 6 actors played all the parts, and we did a bunch of stuff, and it was great. And we brought that back for a radio play version that we recorded last night.
Oh, hell yeah.
In which I play Fred and Past, and I do all the music for. And they're going to release it in 3 chunks, not unlike the original novella was released in The Strand. So it's a radio play version of Christmas Carol. And it's done as the ghost story it was intended to be. And I really like it. Other than Joker, Christmas, Beaver, Santa, I'm usually not super like Christmas festive specifically, unless it's like decorating things at my house. But I really like this story, and I think we did a good job. So that's coming out.
Cool.
I think it's on the Lo-Fi Instagram. You can find me there. But yeah, follow me on Lo-Fi Puppets.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Connor, you got anything to plug?
Should we tell them about the big news for the everything?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah. We're moving.
We're out of here.
We're leaving the effing mansion. We found a new effing mansion. We got some feelings about it. And apparently a lot of our friends and guests and family have some feelings about it too. So we're going to try and do, we can't have you over. We just can't have you over.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'd love for everyone to come see the house like one last time before we get out of it, but we just can't do that.
We really want to try and figure out something that lets everybody kind of commiserate over the like memories this house has presented, because I thought that it was just us, and then I've already gotten a few people trying to see like, can I see the house before you leave? I love it there. So we'll see. Somebody jokingly said, see y'all on the Discord. We can go ahead and fucking plug that.
Oh, yeah.
We actually have a Discord.
There is the Rage Cord.
The Rage Cord.
I don't know how to get to that shit.
Join the Rage Cord. Keep the conversation going.
Yeah, well, it doesn't have to stop after 9 p.m. every Monday.
Hang on. Let me pull up the Rage Cord
Is
on
it
my
just
phone
called the
here.
Rage Cord? I'm trying to pull it up, too. I have to update Discord. What the fuck
Rage
is this?
Cord. Invite members. Oh, wait. I got a link. I'm going to
post the link in the chat.
Okay, anyone is able to join the Rage Cord, please and thank you.
You got it?
Yep.
Sick.
All right, click on that link. Go join our Discord for the love of God. We just want to we want to keep it going. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, let's keep this train fucking chugging, man.
So yeah, we're moving. That's happening. Grown Up Story Time is next week. Also, our guest next week is going to be Emily Hines.
Yeah.
She's going to be talking. She's going to be talking about her city council notes work and some other projects she has down the pipeline. Excited for
Bless
that.
her for doing that.
And
that
then-
is such good work.
Oh yeah, and then the very next day will be Grown Up Story Time, so you'll be able to check us out while we host that, the very special Christmas edition.
I want to plug one more thing that's like sort of serious.
Yeah, please.
I'm recently becoming involved in a movement to get Third Ward a community benefits agreement to avoid the overdeveloping of the rice management company who's developing the Ion and the Innovation District.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So if you look at the hashtag Protect the Tray, or Third Ward needs a CBA, or the HCEDD, which is the Houston Community for Equitable something develop. I'm really bad at acronyms, but Protect the Tray will get you there. TRE. They do really great work, and there's a community meeting tomorrow. And there's lots of different ways to. I've just become involved with it, but it is a really incredible organization doing really, really good work.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, that's my other thing I wanted to plug.
Um,
I've been a proud member of Third Ward since for about 10 years now, and I don't want to see it go terribly awry.
oh yeah, good on you, Greg. Also, it's odd that I got this information this morning and that you're the guest on the show today. Greg, you remember how we first met at our University of Houston student orientation?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, day one, we met there. I'm going to be going back to student orientation.
yeah.
I got into grad school, y'all. So
Hey,
I'll be
congratulations.
starting next semester. We'll see how that goes. And that's all my shit. I don't plug anything. I don't update my life on social media. I update everything in my life on this show.
This is where it happens, man.
Yeah. So if you watch this show, you know everything that's going on in my life. I'm moving. I'm going to grad school. I got some other stuff I can't really talk about. Big things coming.
No,
soon.
just tell him. You ripped one.
I did rip one before the show to the point where Ned demanded I light a candle.
I had to say something. And it's not to say anything bad about Connor, because I've done it too. It was just like one of those moments where like you had to say something.
I
man.
wasn't mad.
Relationships are nothing without honest communication.
That's very
True.
true. Yeah. Could you? All right.
Oh yeah, let me quickly plug at Net of the Dead on everything. I'm posting a bunch of art this week. Some of it you can see behind Greg right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually you can grab the painting I just posted today. Look at that.
Yeah.
This is my new favorite piece.
Instant
I'm fucking in
results.
love with it.
I
wanna
put it
buy
on.
it.
Yeah, I put it on my Instagram stories as well. I
Oh,
think it's
thank
really
you.
cool. You've been working fucking hard on that thing, man, and it shines. It paid off. So yeah, go.
This was his Halloween costume. It's one of the dopest things I've ever seen. Hell yeah.
So yeah, I want to plug that at Net of the Dead, but also Honey, I Shrunk the Binge for the entire month. We're doing Hallmark, which we were watching Hallmark movies all month long with some fantastic guests. This week we recorded with Ruth Hirsch, one of my favorite people in the entire fucking world. But we also found out that you can make a Hallmark fantasy league. So if you want to join the Honey, I Shrunk the Binge Hallmark Fantasy
God.
League, I'm posting a thing right now for you guys. Jump in this league, join it right now. Ruth's in it. Cody and I are in it together as Honey, I Shrunk the Binge. Maybe we'll separate into two
I'm
different
calling
people.
it now. My wife and I are definitely going to join it. That
Hell
sounds amazing.
Oh my God, people are already. We got 5 new members into the Rage Cord.
Hell yeah.
Hello, Ragers.
I'm just going to go ahead and post that in the Discord as well so you guys can join our league, which is called Chris Shrinkle.
All right, y'all. That's our show for tonight.
Greg, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course, man. Anytime. All right, y'all. Be safe. We'll see you next week.
Bye.